Alright, look, I know every Titan main is sick and tired of bolt charge builds. Trust me, I get it. But this one's different. It's actually fun, it hits hard, and it brings something fresh to the table. We're tying it together with the new exotic sniper, New Land Beyond. Yeah, the pre-ordered one. Don't stress though, once Edge of Fate drops, you can snag it for free. And before we dive in, if you love Destiny builds and want to help me beat the YouTube algorithm, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It seriously means a lot, and I appreciate it. Alright, let's get into it. Starting on the Striker Titan subclass, let's head to the abilities. For your class ability, you're going to want to go for Rally Barricade because you get additional benefits that ties to the New Land Beyond. So it would 1, increase your weapon reload speed, stability, and range. So it would give you plus 30 stability, plus 100 reload speed, and the main part is that you'll get a 0.9x reload duration multiplier. Why I say that's important? It's because for the New Land Beyond, if you have that reload duration multiplier, it makes your cocking back your sniper rifle go by fast. So here's the comparison. On the left side, it's without the Rally Barricade, and on the right side, it's with the Rally Barricade. See the difference? And to tie your Rally Barricade on one of your aspects, you're going to want to go for is Storm's Keep. Whenever you activate your class ability, it would grant you ×4 bolt charges, and while you're behind your barricade, you and your allies will gain stacks of bolt charges over time, so you will get a stack of bolt charge every 0.6 seconds. And once you reach ×10 bolt charges, you can use your weapons to proc that powerful lightning strike, and also as you're generating bolt charges, you'll be granted melee energy. So if you don't have this aspect, and if you were to have ×10 stacks of bolt charges, in order for you to activate it, you would need to use your abilities. And for your arc melee, you can freely choose any melee ability you like, but for me, I feel most comfortable using Thunderclap because this thing hits like a truck if you were to hold down the trigger for Thunderclap. And same goes for your arc grenade. You can freely choose any grenade you like. If you want to stun unstoppable champions, go for Flashbang Grenade, but I went with Storm Grenade just to stun Overload champions, even though you can do that with any grenade you like. So if you want to stun Overload champions and unstoppable champions, go for Flashbang Grenade. And to make your melee ability even more powerful, on the next aspect, go for Knockout. I put this for more of a survivability because arc doesn't have that much healing. So whenever you break a shield or whenever you kill an enemy with your melee ability while you are wounded, it would make your melee range and damage increase for a short time. Also too, if you were to defeat targets with your melee attack, it would make you amplified, and it would also give you HP. If you were to defeat more powerful enemies, the amount of health you get is increased. Also too, while you are amplified, you will get a plus 15% damage reduction. For your super ability, I recommend going for Thunder Crash because this is the best super in the entire game when it comes to dealing damage. For your fragments, on your first one, go for Spark of Shock if you want to stun Overload champions because your arc grenades are imbued with Jolt. So whenever enemies get hit by your grenades, they will get jolted. And for the second fragment, I went with a Spark of Magnitude just to increase the duration for my Storm Grenade because I am using that for this build. But if you are not using either Lightning Grenade, Pulse Grenade, or Storm Grenade, you can change this fragment. The third fragment I went with is Spark of Frequency just to give me additional bolt charges from all sources. But in order for you to get that, you would have to be amplified. I want to let you guys know that this does not tie to using your Storm's Keep. And also too, if you were to get a melee hit, it would increase your weapon's reload speed and stability for a short time. The last fragment I went with is Spark of Resistance because I want to get more of a damage reduction because you're going to need a lot of that in endgame content. So in order for you to activate this, you're going to want to be surrounded by 3 or more enemies within a 15-meter radius to give you that 25% damage resist. All right, let's head to the New Land Beyond. This is a pre-order item, but if you don't have it, don't worry, I'll give you another recommendation, but let me show you what it does. So the intrinsic trait is called the Master. Whenever you score precision hits, it would increase this weapon's damage until the wielder dies, and it would also massively increase your ammo reserves. So if you want to, you can basically get ×100 stacks of the Master, but all you need to go is up to ×20 stacks because it would transition to the Grand Master instead of the Master. So once you're at 20 stacks, you would get 70% increase in precision damage. But if you were to reach ×100 stacks, the name would change to the Grander Master, and it would give you an extra 3% of increased precision damage. So instead of it being 70% increase in damage once you're at 20 stacks, so you are now going to be getting 73% increased in precision damage if you are at 100 stacks. The weapon perk for the New Land Beyond is called Bullseye Bolster. Landing a precision hit substantially increases this weapon's target acquisition, handling, reload speed, and stability for a short time. And this sniper rifle also comes with snapshot sights, faster time to ADS, so you're going to be ADSing extremely fast. So here's the alternative exotic weapon you're going to want to use for this build if you don't have the New Land Beyond. All you got to do is go to the new event, Ride of the 9, and go to this area right here, accept a gift from the 9. So what you're going to want to do is interact with it, and you'll be granted a free Izanagi's Burden. So if you don't have it, be sure to go there right now and get the Izanagi's Burden. And once you have it, I would recommend going for the Catalyst because it increases the damage of Honed Edge when 4 bullets are consumed. So all you're going to want to do with Izanagi's Burden is hold your reload button to convert your 4 bullets into this buff called Honed Edge. It converts into a one-shot, so one-shot, one opportunity. And all you got to do is aim, shoot, and don't miss. And you'll deal a lot of damage. So for your primary weapon, I would recommend going for an arc weapon that has either jolting feedback or volt shot. But in this build, I went with this auto rifle because it comes with strategist and also jolting feedback because this is a class ability build. So final blows with this weapon will generate class ability energy. And all you would need is 1 kill to give you that rally barricade, because if you didn't know, if you have 100 resilience, it would reduce your class ability cooldown because this ties to Titan. And once you get a kill with strategist, it would give you class ability energy. And as soon as your rally barricade ends, you'll be granted your rally barricade back. And why I say go for either jolting feedback or volt shot, because this also jolts targets, but I would recommend going for jolting feedback because all you would have to do is just deal repeated damage to jolt that target. And while you are amplified, jolt is applied faster. For the weapon mod for this auto rifle, be sure to go for special ammo finder enhancement just to give you more special ammo for the New Land Beyond. And trust me, you're gonna not have to worry about special ammo anytime soon. For the power weapon, I went with this rocket launcher called Hazardous Vengeance. You can choose any rocket launcher you like in the game. There's 2 reasons why. 1, the origin trait, and 2, I want to stun unstoppable champions. And the perks you're going to want to go for the Hazardous Vengeance is Envious Arsenal and Bait and Switch. For the origin trait, it's called Time Lost Magazine. Kills with this weapon will grant super energy. While your super expires, this weapon's magazine is doubled for a long duration and reloads it from reserves. So you're going to be getting 2 rounds within the mag as soon as your super ends. If you guys would like to copy the seasonal artifacts, feel free to do so, but the only ones that you would need are anti-barrier sniper rifle, unstoppable rocket launcher, dreadful finisher, gold from lead, flash over, and last but not least, limit break. So for your stats, your main priority is to go for resilience, and your second priority, go for recovery. The exotic armor piece I went with this build is called the Hazardous Propulsion. If you don't have this exotic armor piece, you could also go for Curus of the Falling Star as well to increase your super damage. But in this build, I'm tying this Hazardous Propulsion to my sniper rifle and the rocket launcher. So for the New Land Beyond, you will need to get precision hits or kills to grant you the buff. So for Hazardous Propulsion, weapon precision hits or final blows have a chance to load a kinetic Exodus rocket. Activating your class ability fires a loaded Exodus rocket. Damaging targets with this Exodus rocket temporarily increases the damage you deal with all other rockets. So all you got to do is get precision hits or kills to activate the charges. Once you're at 6 charges, activate your rally barricade to be granted bolt charges over time. And also, as your mini rockets hit enemies, it would increase your rocket damage. For the helmet, I went with special ammo finder just to give me more special ammo for the New Land Beyond. And for the other 2 mods, you can change these up if you like. I went with arc siphon and kinetic siphon. So if you were to get rapid final blows with your kinetic weapon or arc weapon, you'll be granted an orb of power. For your gauntlets, I went with heavy handed because I am using thunderclap, because thunderclap is very good when it comes to damage. So your powered melee final blow will drop an orb of power. And I am also using storm grenade, so that thing jolts enemies and also gets kills, which will drop an orb of power. The last mod I went with is focusing strike, grants class ability energy when you cause damage with the powered melee. For the chest, I went with harmonic resistance, void resistance, and kinetic reserves. I went with kinetic reserves because I want to get more special ammo for the New Land Beyond. And if I do remember, I think I got 48 bullets with the New Land Beyond, but without it, I think you'll get 41. So for the other 2 resist mods, you can freely change it depending on what activity you're playing. For the leg armor, I went with recuperation and 2 stacks of kinetic weapon surge. For recuperation, I went with this mod for more of a survivability, so whenever you pick up an orb of power, it will grant you 70 HP. And for the other 2 mods is kinetic weapon surge, just to give me more damage for my New Land Beyond, or Izanagi's Burden. For your Titan mark, I went with powerful attraction, Reaper, and time dilation. For Reaper, whenever you activate your class ability and you were to get a kill afterwards, it will drop an orb of power. And to tie that, I am using powerful attraction, which collects nearby orbs of power whenever you activate your class ability. And the last mod I went with is time dilation, just to increase the timer for my armor charges. So instead of it being 10 seconds, it is now going to be 15 seconds whenever it decays, because we are using kinetic weapon surge. And there you have it, a Titan build that does not feel like every other bolt charge build you've seen 100 times. The damage is wild, the synergy is clean, and once Edge of Fate drops, New Land Beyond is going to be in everyone's hands. Give this a shot, mess around with the build, and make it your own. own. And hey, if you're still here, you might as well hit that subscribe button. It helps way more than you think. And I've got more spicy builds coming soon. Peace out, Guardians.